finally here. I'm Todd Gross. Good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I see so many familiar names such as Fred and Michael and Ron and, oh my goodness, Ken, Terry, so many people. I really appreciate your support and your loyalty. And we have a really, really good one coming today, as I'll show you in just a moment. It is AI Collective. All the AIs in just one place under one roof. And it's so good, you can even have them chat with each other, which is really, I find, kind of funny. So anyway, before we get started, I just want to make sure that you can all hear me and make sure that you are all present, attended to. Tell me where you're from, how I'm sounding, tell me your name. I'll try to get to as many people as I can without making it go too long. Pete from Sheffield, and we have Peter, yep, St. Peter, Russ, and Ken, and Mark is in Santa Fe, and Boise is checking in, but I don't know if you're from Boise. I think your name is Boise. Randall from Georgia, Mark from Derbyshire in the UK. I probably pronounced that horribly. Robbie from Raleigh, Sweden. Aha. I got a Aurora for you coming up tomorrow night. One. John, West Virginia. Very good. Leslie in Scotland. On Henry from Germany, 8 p.m. Thank you for staying up. Terry from Texas. And Terry says hi to Luann. Mike from Canada. Fred Ham, as always, we appreciate your support. I didn't know you're in California. I should have known that. Mick from Queensland, Australia. We have Lindsay, Ontario, Canada. Tom from Virginia. And we have Ken from South Carolina. Tuesday morning in Oss. It's 4 a.m. Ron in Arlington, Texas. Bad weather on the way. Yeah, it is being recorded in case you get shut down. And we have 7 p.m. in the UK. Terry says, get up. Okay, so you guys actually did all that before I even started. So that's pretty funny. New Jersey, all good. Jerry Black Diamond, Washington. Roger from Barbados. Chamel from Kentucky. We have Bundle. Mark, patience. We have Reza from Atlanta. Bernard from Perry Hay, Maryland. That's a new one on me. San Francisco. And I sound great. We say hi to Cyril. Yes. Dennis from Quebec, California. Short Gap, West Virginia. Okay, great. Brent and Chandler. I don't want to hold you up too much. I can't get to everybody. I got to most. Kay in the UK, Bridgeport, Connecticut from Rico. Thank you for your patience. All right, here's the story. It's AI Collective. This is the coolest thing since sliced bread. I use it. Of course, Cyril uses it because he created it. And that's the team. You know, Cyril and I go way back over 10 years now. And we have, you know, joined forces on many products because we work so well together. What I do is I selfishly approach Cyril whenever he comes up with his best products, and then I work with him to make the product even better and to get it out there to you. So we're going to be talking about something that allows you to actually tap into every single one of the AI models out there, almost every single one, and you're actually going to have it all in one place, as I said. So we're going to talk about how this is sort of like playing whack-a-mole, because that's a nice little graphic there. Thank you, Audrey, for that graphic. So the thing with whack-a-mole is, you know, you hit one and then another pops up, right? So with AIs, what happens is as soon as you subscribe to one and pay money for one, like I did with ChatGPT Pro, then the next one comes out and it's even better, right? And then 3 weeks later, another one comes out and is better. And then 2 months after that, the original one that you subscribe to now is issued an update, and that one's better again. So it gets very, very confusing as to what to do. Plus, they all have different specialties. So what we're going to do is show you how to get ChatGPT Pro, Claude 3, Llama, Amazon Titan, DALL-E 3, even visual ones, and so many more, all in one place for one price, where we update them as they get updated. We take charge of that so that you are always ahead of your competition. Then we're going to show you a demo. Then we're going to talk about how to use this multi-AI to grow your business faster. We'll call Cyril in for that. Cyril does the demo as well. We have key features and success stories to show you. And then we've put this together into an amazing package. We've done that again, but the cost is so low, it'll make your head spin. Then we have a contest, and the contest is going to be based on a question that I ask you from something that I say early in the webinar. So you want to pay attention, because I'm going to take a random correct answer from what you give me, and then I'm going to actually reimburse you $50 on your purchase, the person that wins that. Then we're going to answer some of your questions. So that's what we're doing today. We're talking about AI Collective. We're going to be going through all of those things starting right now. Ta-da! This is the webinar. All right, gang. Who here, give me a 1 if you've used ChatGPT, 2 if you haven't. In the chat box, I really need your, in the question answer box, I really need your help on this webinar today so that I can more clearly explain everything. A 1 if you've used it, a 2 if you haven't. Okay, so about 85 to 90% of them, of the answers are you've used ChatGPT. Bryce says he uses them all, which is very interesting. All right. So here's the thing. There are so many AI models out there. Give me a 1 if you've used multiple AI models. Give me a 2 if you've only used ChatGPT. And let's just talk about the language models here. Let's not talk about the image ones. Let's just talk about the language. Give me a 1 if you've used multiple, and give me a 2 if you've only used one or none. James has used all. Okay, so that's about 60% have just used ChatGPT. So you are a very, very savvy group that we have here today. I'm really glad about that. I'm really impressed. I'm like getting, what is that, butterflies in your stomach, chills, thinking about how the crowd here, how you guys are so sophisticated. So every model, as you know, is different. Every model is sort of like a separate brain. Each solves the same problem differently because of its bent. So some models are good at content generation, some are good at reasoning, others are great at researching. Some are up to date through 2024, others are stuck back in 2021. Some are really good at coding, and we have a very, very special one to tell you about today. We're actually going to reveal that. So whether you get this incredible package that we put together for the low cost or not, pay attention, because I'm going to go through some of the models, and so is Cyril, especially Cyril. And one in particular is fantastic for coding, and he's done a lot of research into this. We're going to give that name to you regardless today, so you want to pay attention. And some are good, of course, at making images from text prompts. But what if you only use one AI model like ChatGPT? Now, if you only use one model, you end up competing, as you know, I can tell you're a sophisticated group. You end up competing with millions and millions of other people who are creating content with that same model. That's one of the problems. The other one is, of course, you have no new angles. You are stuck with one, no new ideas. Your content will be repetitive and blend in with the crowd. And quite frankly, it will just be limited compared to where it could be. Now, it would be a pain if I said to you today, we have under one dashboard all the AI models, and you could pick one and go to it, pick another and go to it, pick another and go to it. But we have it even better. You could do that and have them all pop up on your screen, as Cyril will show you, at the same time. So you could actually compare them, and then you could even have them feed one answer into the other one. So we're talking about not only giving you all the AI models in one place, but making it an interactive experience as well. And that's what's so different. You see, using multiple AI models is the only way to really solve these problems that I've mentioned and stand out. But trying to use multiple AI models, as I've already hinted at, is literally like playing a game of technological whack-a-mole. I explained why before. As soon as you pick one model and then get another model and then a third, then the first model that you are about to drop all of a sudden gets better than the last one. So you keep that when you end up paying for 1, 2, and 3 because you don't know which one is going to exceed. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. If this leapfrogging thing makes sense. No, you're not going to need an API key for each, Oscar. That's what's so cool about this. We do all the work in the background. Me and Cyril really got this down. You're going to love this thing. Yeah, it makes sense and sense, says Mark. Total sense. All right, so that's the problem I have with this whole crazy AI scene. It is fantastic what it can do for you, all right? But it is moving so fast, it would be silly to try to guess. It's kind of like guessing, when a stock goes up, guessing where to enter, because it's going to go up and then down and then up again. And it's like a moving target. So rather than try for the moving target, not knowing which one is the one that's going to be the one for you, why not get them all? So how many AI models would you use if they didn't all have a separate cost and platform? I'm not even going to let you answer that. Obviously, you'd use all of them. And we have that solution for you, AI Collective. Now, it is the unique superpowers of every AI from a single dashboard. And what's so funny about this is when I started recording the videos just 10 days ago, the sales videos for this product, so that you would come on board to this webinar, we were looking at 40 AI models. Cyril has since added 12 more. So now during this webinar, you'll see something you haven't seen in the invitations that I've been sending out and that others have been sending out. And that is there are 52 of them. In fact, in this very presentation alone, you'll see discrepancies where we say it's over 50, right? And then the next slide, it says 52. It's because we keep adding them. Now, how would you like to have Cyril demonstrate this for you? Because I have his demonstration right here, and I also have Cyril right here. But we've recorded his demonstration first, and we're going to show you that first. So are you ready? As everybody, I got to make sure you're not like eating lunch or dinner or breakfast, depending on your location. All right. Everybody's ready for this demo. They're excited about this demo. Okay, I'm going to switch screens to the demo. And most of you will be able to hear this without any problem. A few, it may be silent or you won't see it only because GoToWebinar occasionally has problems. But we've got this pretty down pat. I'm going to start it. My mic's going to go off. Then I'm going to come back. It's 11 minutes long. It's well worth it. It's a really good look inside the software. And this whole concept will immediately lay itself out as soon as you watch this demo. It's really, really good. Here we go.
Hey guys, this is Cyril Gupta and I'm very excited today to show you AI Collective, the best way to work with generative AI. Now I know you've been using ChatGPT and maybe you've even got a subscription and are paying $20 a month for it. I'm sure you're also hearing about all the advancements in AI from so many different companies, about amazing AI models from Cloud, Meta, Google, and others in addition to OpenAI. If you're feeling worried about whether you're still using the best AI in your business, well, you'll never worry again because AI Collective gives you access to all of them. That's right, AI Collective is the ultimate AI toolkit which has all the prime models from all across the world from all the big suppliers. So you will find literally every single big model that you've heard of, all the big AIs, and you can use all of them from inside of AI Collective without having to pay for them separately. That's right. You don't need to pay $20 a month to access the best models from OpenAI. You don't need to pay another $20 a month to access best models from Anthropic Cloud. You don't need to pay for Rika. You don't need to pay for Llama or Phi or Amazon's models or Mistral or actually other dozens of models that are doing so well in their specific niches that give you all the superpowers you need to make the best use of AI in your business. You can use them all in AI Collective from one single interface without having to pay for any of them. All right, so let's take it for a spin. I'm going to pick one of the models from this list. Let's go for GPT-4o Mini. It's a model from OpenAI. It's selected now, as you can see. Let me put in an instruction. I want a Facebook post on email marketing. Hit send. And there we have it. This is GPT-4o Mini. But what if I'm not satisfied with this? What if I want to use something different? Now, if I keep hitting GPT-4o Mini, it's going to give me similar responses. It's not going to go into a totally different direction. And that's what multi-AI is all about, because what I can do here is I can hit up another AI. So let me hit up Claude 2 and let's see what we get from there. The same thing. And this is the response from Claude 2. As you can see, this is something totally different from the one above. And I can keep repeating that. So you notice me that I was able to talk to a model just by addressing it like we address people on chat. So if you're using Slack or Skype or any of those chat apps, you can tag a person by at and then of course naming the person. Well, we built that technology inside of AI Collective, so you can tag all the models. So if I want to, let's say, tag Wizard LM, which is an excellent model for text generation, and we can give it the same input. Let's see what we get this time. Look at this. It actually wrote us kind of like a song or a poetry. So you can see different models have a totally different way of thinking. It's like a different person altogether. And that's why you need to have as many models as you can get, all the latest ones, so that you can create content that's 100% unique, that's different from everything else that people are pumping out. AI Collective has really incredible features to help you work with multiple models. I just showed you how to tag a model and get an answer from that, even though you have a different main model going on, even though you're talking to a different model. But you can do beyond that. You can put in a message. Let's say you want to ask GPT-4o Mini, and you want to also ask the same question, or you want to give the same information to, let's say, Gemini Pro, and you want them to process this and give you separate answers. Check this out. This time I got two responses, one from GPT-4o Mini and another one from Google Gemini Pro. And these are totally different responses written by totally different brains, and they have totally different angles. So this way you can actually pose a question to multiple AIs. No need to toggle websites, no need to pay different places. You can do it all inside of AI Collective from one place. Tag two AIs or tag five, it doesn't matter. You can get a response from all of them, and you can choose the best ones, or you can even combine the best responses, combine the attributes of best responses to create the content that's perfect for you. And it's not just content creation. You can use this technology to get better answers for everything. For example, let me ask a question to DeepSeek, which is a great model for programming, and also to Wizard LM. Let me ask them, what is the use of a class in C++? And check this out. We have a response from Wizard LM and also from DeepSeek, and we even get sample code. You can copy this code and use it in your apps. So you can actually write code with AI, and you can get the code written from multiple AIs to get the best possible solution, to get different perspectives, the best answer. As you can see clearly, Wizard LM gave you an answer, but it wasn't that detailed. And on the second hand, DeepSeek gave you quite a detailed answer with a code sample, definitely more helpful. So now you will never be stuck in a place where your AIs are not giving you the great answer, the good answer that you expect. You can always tag multiple AIs, find the exact answer that you want, find the information that you want, and execute any project better. AI Collective has a handy reference which lists all the AIs in it, and it tells you what is the unique point, the strong point of each AI, so you can make a decision about which AI you want to use today. The best thing is all of these AIs are available to you for a single charge. You don't need to pay them separately. Now, for example, if you wanted GPT-4, you need to pay a $20 subscription to ChatGPT, and then to get access to Claude 3 models, for example, you will need to pay another $20 subscription per month to Anthropic. And the same goes for Reka, the same goes for Phi, Meta, JICE, all these models that you will need to pay separately to get access to are available to you inside of AI Collective without any extra cost. So that's a big advantage because you can use all of AI in one place without having to access them separately. You can talk to all of them from one place. You can get different responses from them in one place, and you can do advanced things like change the model. So if you got the response, you're not happy with it, and you want to quickly change the model, you can do that. You can rewrite this content. So if you're executing a writing project where you're writing a blog article or an email or a social media post, you're not happy with it, you want to rewrite it, perfectly fine, you can do that. You want to expand it further, you want to expand this text, that can happen inside of AI Collective. You can summarize content, or you can turn any content into an email. So all of these tools are marketing tools that are available inside of AI Collective. These tools are not even there in ChatGPT. I'll talk about things that are not in ChatGPT. AI Collective also comes with a giant prompt library, all the different ideas that you need to craft custom content or to get information in absolutely any niche you want. You can use these ready made prompts. You can search them for keywords. For example, if I put in travel, I will get all the travel related prompts. So you can search the keywords that you want to work in. You can even add your own prompt. So if you have some ideas and you want to turn them into a prompt that you want to access very quickly later, you can do that. But that's not all. You also get the facility to get AI assistants. So inside of AI Collective, there are dozens and dozens of AI assistants. You can use these AI assistants to talk to them. For example, you can talk to a professional chef. You can find out all about recipes, get ideas, brainstorm. So it's like having a consultant, having an employee working with you at all times. And again, you can even add your own assistant if you want to. So all of this technology is awesome. AI Collective also lets you upload documents and talk to them. So this is the latest technology that AI has. You can upload PDF files, JSON files, CSVs, HTML, and more, and you can chat with them. You can organize PDF files, you can organize CSV files, extract data from them. And if you got a giant book, you can feed it into AI Collective and ask questions. So it's gonna be just like your teacher. It will read the book and tell you the answers on the basis of the book. So all of these features make your job easier, no matter whether you're trying to create content or create any project. AI Collective can do it better with multiple AIs. So far, I've shown you text-based capabilities of AI Collective. You can create articles, you can write emails, you can write blog posts, create social media content, get answer to any question, again, using multiple AIs, even the latest one, get HTML coding solutions for absolutely any programming language you want. And by the way, AI Collective has some very specialized coding assistants which are even better than ChatGPT. But that's not all that AI Collective can do, because it's got one more superpower. It can also create images of every kind. Let me show you. So inside of new content, so far we were in new chat. Now let's go to new image. And again, you will find that you have a number of different AIs to choose from. We've got DALI 2, we've got DALI 3, Deep AI text to image, Stable Diffusion 1.5 and 1.6 both. So you can use any of these AIs to create high quality images. So let me select, for example, DALI 3, and let's give it a prompt: man sitting on the beach watching the sunset. Let's see what we get. And here we have such a beautiful image. It looks pretty lifelike. You can do this with multiple AIs. So if you want to create the same image with Stable Diffusion 1.6, change it like this, put in the prompt again, and you can see the image right away. And here you see the same image made by Stable Diffusion. You can download it to your computer, use it with the social media content that you create with AI Collective using multiple AIs. Having AI Collective is like having a team of superheroes always ready to work with you on any project you want. And don't forget, AI Collective is the only way to future proof your AI requirements, because This app will always have the best AIs as they come into the market. We are working on it all the time, calibrating AIs, finding new AIs to put in, and improving the AIs that are already in there and putting in new features as they emerge, as the capabilities of AI grow. So get into AI Collective now and make it your home for everything that is AI, because this is the best way to use AI. I hope you like what we created and you're going to use it every day. This is Cyril Gupta, your best friend in the business, signing off.
Okay, thank you, Cyril. Cyril, what I'm going to do is bring you on now. Hold on one sec. I just have to get this call. Hold on one second, please. I'm going to bring you on. I'm going to have you explain this next graphic that I'm going to show. And if you could just go over this graphic and explain everything that I am showing right here. All right, Cyril, come on in.
Hey Todd, thanks for the wonderful introduction and the demo and getting this to us such a beautiful place. And just want to say welcome to the attendees. It's quite a crowd in here today. I think this is one of the largest webinars that I've done. So welcome and thank you for coming in. Really appreciate everyone who's here today. All right, so guys, I think Todd is on the call, so I will take it from here for a bit while Todd is busy. And let's talk about the demo a little bit. So, guys, you saw the multi AI functionality that I have built inside of AI Collective, and many people came in and gave me some really amazing input about how they could use it. Like for example, running an e-com store or using, and some of you are actually using it already. Like I had people ask me really great questions. Does it have cohere command? Now that's a great AI that works very well for good quality text generation, and it creates absolutely accurate assessment and reason text without a lot of hallucination, but not many people know about it. But some gentleman here actually has been using it. By the way, it's a part of AI Collective. So AI Collective has 50 different AIs, all specialized, all doing things that they do best. Like Todd said earlier, every AI is different. So if you have an AI that can create content very well, it might not be able to handle coding, or it might not be able to handle website analysis so well, right? But some other AI could do that job. And my task here is to give you the access to the best versions of all of these AIs. So the first point, you can talk to AIs just like you talk to people. How many of you have been using tools like Slack or Skype? Give me a one if you've been using these chat tools or even WhatsApp or Messenger. Like, I don't think there's actually anybody in the room who hasn't used it, right? So I built the same technology in AI Collective. I was thinking about it when I was first starting to create this tool. I was trying to figure out how to make it easy. And it occurred to me that AIs are basically brains, so we should be able to talk to them just like we talk to people. There's no reason to not be able to talk to AIs. So I took it a little step further and I built the capability to address AIs. Like you can say at GPT-4, hey, do this for me. And then you can also say add Claude 3 Sonnet. Somebody here is a big fan of Sonnet. I got an endorsement of Sonnet. It's great. I'm so happy it's working well for you. Well, you don't need to go to Anthropic's website. You can use it inside of AI Collective. Don't give Anthropic $20 a month. Don't give ChatGPT Pro $20 a month, right? Don't spend these $40. Why should you spend on so many subscriptions? AI Collective has them all. So you could just say add Claude 3 Sonnet, tell me this, and it would answer. So that's how powerful it is, and that's how easy it makes things, right? It's not going to be complicated using multiple AIs from inside of AI Collective. The next thing is it also lets you combine AIs. And that's a superpower in my opinion. Now, if you go to ChatGPT, for example, and you generate some text, it's going to be just that piece of text. You, and if you want to play with it, you will have to copy it and let's say you want to process it in Claude 3 Sonnet, you want to use that AI's capability. By the way, I want to tell you this today, Claude is a better AI when it comes to content generation, but it doesn't do reasoning that well. So sometimes in fact, I do this myself. I write an email and then I using ChatGPT, and then I take it to Claude and just tell Claude, could you improve it? And I get some really, really good, improvements that way. So I've been using that a lot in my business, and I'm sure many people want to do that too. So you can do that inside of AI Collective. You can rewrite content, expand it, summarize it, or make an email out of it using the same AI or even other AIs, right? Now, somebody here asked me, actually, multiple people asked me, is there a way to find out which AI does very well? The answer is absolutely yes. Now, I don't know how big the screen was for you on your monitor, but I'm sure all of you saw that little handy pop-up that listed all the AIs, and there was a piece of text next to it. Guess what? That text tells you exactly what each AI is good for. So some AI is good at reasoning, some AI is good in a particular language. Like there is a company, a European company called Mistral, and they have an AI called Mixtral, which is very good in French. Now, if you ask a question to ChatGPT in French, it might not be able to answer it that well because it thinks in English first, and all the other languages that it can process in, it can do the content generation very well. But because Mistral is a French company, they made it extremely workable, extremely good quality in the French language. Another example, there is a AI in here called Jais, and Jais is an AI which works very well in Arabic. So let's say you wanted to sell something in the UAE, you couldn't do that if you're gonna use ChatGPT because it cannot generate high quality Arabic text or high quality Arabic reasoning, or not even high quality translations. But this AI, because thinks in uh, it thinks in Arabic first, it can do that job so well, and it is a part of AI Collective. Mistral is a part of AI Collective, Jais is a part of AI Collective, and like 49 other AIs are all a part of AI Collective. All of them are here. And Leslie is asking me, so how many languages does that cover? Leslie, literally every single language that AI can process it's in here. And I got to tell you something really important. This is the ultimate AI aggregator, as you know, as I think of it. And the best thing is, if you buy the right version of this today, which will be on offer a bit later, you will get access to all the future AI. So Leslie's question was, how many languages? You will get that. You will have all the languages that are available today, and in future, as AIs become more capable, as they become better, you will have access to them too. And I have a question from Mitch Duckworth. One time price scares me. All right, so I'm going to tell you this, Mitch. I have been making software for a while, and I do a careful assessment of what I'm going to offer. So here is the thing, and this is something that you need to know. If you're going to pay $20 to ChatGPT, the value that you get from them is infinitely more expensive than what they charge me as a developer and a bulk buyer. Now, this is the secret of the computer software industry. Many people don't realize it, but the retailers, the people who buy the software or buy the service at the end of the street, or the retail buyers, they get a very, very different bargain when you compare it to the IT buyers themselves or the companies that actually use these products in bulk. So the money that I pay for AI is ridiculously more, cheaper than what you would have to pay. So I'm using these bulk deals. If I'm working with 50 different companies whose AIs I've got in there, and then I'm offering it to you, of course I want to pass on the best benefits to you. So the math is done, the calculations are done, the content is all ready for you, it's all there. The software, you can use it without registration. All the 50 AIs are accessible inside. We do have a credit system, but it's very generous. At the outset, you can get from 20,000 to 50,000 credits. Today the offer we give you has an opportunity for 50,000 credits, but beyond that, we are also going to give you an opportunity to get a version which gets you unlimited usage for 2 years. So you don't have to pay a single cent, no matter how much AI you use, for 2 years. So that's an opportunity. But yeah, the math is there. I'm not going to leave you hanging. I know some of you are my users, users already. So let me just do a quick check how many of guys, how many people here are using one of my products, Technic Force or Cyril Gupta's products. Drop me a one and let me see how many of my home crowd is here. So that's a lot. Care is there. John, Rashad, Mitch, Trace, Jim, Nestor.
Wow.
So the numbers just shoot up, right? It's a lot of
That's a
people,
ton of
literally
people
like
have Technic
dozens and
Force
dozens,
product.
right? So you guys know me. You guys know that I've been making software for what, like 14 years for the marketing industry now, 14 or 13 years, something like that. So I maintain my products. I really like the last product I launched or brought to the market was TubeRank G6. It's the sixth version, and it I first launched it in 2012. So I do the math. I make sure if you get AI collected today, you're really gonna enjoy it. Not just today. I'm telling you this. It's not just about these 50 AIs that you're getting today. The true strength of AI is yet to come. What you have seen here is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. AI is going to be the most important component in your business in the coming months. And in a few years, that is something you will not be able to run your business without, right? So I have a commitment to make it a part of your everyday usage. I want to give you access to every single AI out there. If it's possible, technically to integrate it in AI Collective, I will integrate it. If it's possible to bring it to you, I will bring it to you. So the journey starts here. Today it's 50, but as the new AIs come out, and like a big number of them are coming out, not just from ChatGPT, not just from Anthropic, not just from the creators you've heard about, but also from other creators who are doing great work, who are creating specialized AIs, like AIs to write emails, AIs to write social media posts, AIs to create videos. And as these products come out, I'm going to integrate them in AI Collective, and you will have access to them all in one place.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's amazing that you're going to keep, up with this. And I like the way you explained that it's sort of like a wholesale versus retail thing where you're getting it as a developer so much cheaper to be able to, you know, lock into these than an individual would be able to do. And that's why we're able to put it all together in one place for you. Now, just looking over this list, um, I just wanted to ask you just a simple question. All right. And that is, if you were to actually have one of these feed the answers to the other one, I discussed this with you just before the webinar. If you could just explain how you would do that so that they're actually talking with each other. So you're not just asking questions of the AI, but the AIs can then actually be linked with each other. Could you just explain how that works?
Right. So I was on mute, so some of the statements got lost. All right. So tell you very quickly, all these AIs are available from a single box, just like you would talk to people. I just touched on that briefly a little while ago. Now, what you can also do is tag multiple AIs from the same box. And I showed you a demo of that in the video too. So you can have the same content processed by many different AIs. And I can tell you that's a game changer. Now, when I first started using multi AIs, it was like about 2 years ago, and I was toggling from browser window to browser window, checking out ChatGPT, then going to Google Gemini, and then going to Anthropic, trying to find out what's the best content output that I can get. And it was frustrating like crazy. I just couldn't stand having to toggle so many times, ask the same thing over and over. So I built into AI Collective a system where you can put the AI's name, the exact version of the AI, and you will get answers from multiple AIs without having to type it so many times in so many different places, without having to go alt tab or change the window again and again to compare, look, and find out which content or which answer is the best for your business purpose. So that's all a part of this software. And that means you can also feed the output of one AI into another, process it further, redefine it, assess it, analyze it, reinterpret it, represent it, summarize it, reword it, whatever you want. All of that can be done inside of AI Collective. No need to worry about whether you want to use Cohere or Sonnet or Claude or Amazon Titan. By the way, I got to put emphasis on this. Some of the AIs in here are not accessible anywhere at all because The vendors or the creators of those AIs have not even made a public platform. They only offer it to the developers or to a closed circle who actually have the technical know-how to access these AIs. They're all in here.
Wow, that's great. Now you've had some real success on the coding side. Um, every AI is unique and has its own unique skills and weaknesses. GPT, for instance, is great at creating content, but you had a very funny word for it. You said it hallucinates if you ask it to do a task such as generate a website or generate some code. It just creates the wrong results. Now, I promised folks that I would mention today a site that you think is the best for coding, and that seems to be DeepSeek. Could you tell us about your success with that?
Absolutely. Now, Todd, I am a career coder. I started my career as a programmer even while I was a teenager, and that's my prime passion. All the selling I do is to allow me to sustain my prime passion, which is coding. So I like to code a lot. I like to solve problems through code. And when I first discovered AI, this was back in 2022 when AI, when GPT-2 came out, and suddenly we had something that could actually think, and I was like blown away with it. And I spent a lot of time just getting into the depth of it, trying to understand how this technology works, even training some models myself to just get the feel of it. Of course, for a small company like me, I can't afford the $1 million infrastructure that you need to train a truly high impact AI. So I'm going to do the second thing best, of course, to use all the different AIs. So one of the things I was struggling with earlier was trying to get answers from AI. Now, many people are actually they tell you sometimes that, hey, you can code a complete product using AI. Now, I don't know how many of you have tried it, but if you have tried it, I'm sure you've been frustrated because the answers that you get from the most popular AIs out there, I'm talking about, of course, OpenAI, ChatGPT, it is often absolutely wrong. It will write code that doesn't make sense. It doesn't work at all. And that is called hallucination, because AI is a brain, it's thinking, and sometimes it can think correctly. It thinks wrong. Like if you ask it to solve a reasoning problem, it's ridiculously wrong sometimes. It just maybe sometimes it can't even add basic numbers or do basic math problems. So these things happen. They're called hallucinations. So I was struggling to find a way to get better answers to save time. Now, I have been reading a lot of books, a lot of forums, a lot of blogs to find answers earlier. Technically, AI should be able to solve this problem for you, and I couldn't solve it with ChatGPT. So hunting around a lot, I finally discovered this AI called DeepSeek, which was doing that job wonderfully well. Anytime I presented a question which was related to coding, it would churn out a perfectly well reasoned, well written answer. And I was blown away. And actually, that was the moment when I realized why using multiple AIs is important. Now, this was a long time ago, and before that I was doing trying to use ChatGPT for everything. But when this particular incident happened, I realized that I could save like about 80% of my time using the right AI for the job, instead of trying to make something that's not fit for the job work better. That can't work. So of course, DeepSeek is in it. I got a question from one of the members: is DeepSeek in here? Yes, DeepSeek is in here too. But the point is, you got to use the right AI for the job. So there are so many different tools that do something better than other. Like there is a tool from there's an AI from Meta called Llama 3, and guess what? Meta is a social media company, so that AI has a lot of access to social media posts like Facebook posts and all. So you with that AI, you can create much better social media posts than you could do with any other AI. And then there is something called Wizard LM, which I even mentioned in my demo, which is extremely good at reasoning. So that AI can actually do any kind of analysis much better than many other AIs. So that's the point. You got to use the right AIs, and they're all in AI Collective.
Now, that was interesting, especially about the meta. I love that idea. All right, so let's hear about how others have already tapped into this with you. Rodney says, kaboom, if you're on the fence about buying AI Collective, just listen to me because I have it. Stop scratching your head and being confused by the shiny junk out there and let Jeet, that's of course your nickname, the real software boss and his team take you from confusion to success. Get AI Collective now. We have Tom who says, I've been deploying AI in my research, content production, graphics, video production, and audio and musical production since it first became commercially available. And AI Collective is the major tool I turn to at every step of the way, an incredible money saver. And we have Bargender, and he says AI Collective is the best way for people with no authority online, but have some great ideas about what content would be useful to people in a particular niche. I love AI Collective because it gives me great ideas on what content to create, and this ultimately saves me a lot of time and effort. Now, I want to show you how someone who has synthesis AI actually utilized this product. Okay, so how many of you here? Give me a one if you have synthesis. It's a product that has various different characters and text, image, and stuff like that. All right, so a bunch of you have that. All right, so I want to show you what David, one of our beta testers, did. He put this into one of the AIs and he came up with a script. All right, and then he generated some visuals in synthesis to go along with the script. So I'm going to play this for you so you have an idea of the quality of the script, because one of you asked, can I make an ebook with this? Just a moment ago, you asked, can I make an ebook? Not only can you make an ebook, you can make movies if you want. So here's a script that I'm going to play it for you. It's 3 minutes long. I may not let the whole thing roll because I don't want to bore you, but let's take a look at it. Hold on one second while I put this on.
Silence. Once upon a time in the bustling city of New York, where skyscrapers pierced the clouds and people bustled like ants, a young man named Elliot lived. Elliot was not your typical New Yorker. He was a quiet, introverted librarian by day, but by night he transformed into Audio Man, the city's unsung superhero. Elliot was born with a unique ability. He could manipulate sound. He could amplify it, mute it, distort it, and even shape it into tangible forms. His powers were discovered at a young age when, in a fit of anger, he unintentionally caused a sonic boom that shattered every window in his neighborhood. As Audio Man, Elliot spent his nights patrolling the city. He'd silence the noise of traffic for city dwellers craving peace, amplify the voices of those being ignored or oppressed, and use his sonic waves to disable criminals. He was a silent guardian, an echo in the darkness. One day, a new villain emerged, a man called Decibel. Decibel could absorb sound and convert it into energy, making him incredibly powerful in a city that never slept. With each siren, each shout, each blaring horn, Decibel grew stronger. He began terrorizing the city, absorbing all its noise, leaving the city in an eerie, unsettling silence. Audio Man knew he had to stop Decibel. He faced the villain on the Brooklyn Bridge, a battle of sound and silence. But every sonic wave Audio Man created, Decibel absorbed, growing more powerful. Audio Man quickly realized he could not defeat Decibel with sound, but perhaps he could with silence. In a risky move, Audio Man used his powers to mute the entire city. The always vibrant New York.
All right. So there's more to the story than that, but I just wanted to point out what's going on here with Audio Man and Decibel. That story is totally created by the AI Collective. That entire story, okay? There's no human input in there. It was just a simple text prompt that asked to come up with a story about in fact, I don't have the prompt with me. I'll try to get it later when Cyril takes the microphone again, because the prompt was very short. It was like 2 lines long, and it came up with the story. Now we plugged it into different models. We plugged it into different ones, and we liked this story the most, and we applied the graphics, in synthesis to that story. But I just wanted to show you one of the ways that you could use the output is actually for video stories as well. So I'm going to switch back to my screen so that I'm able to show you some more of these slides. So that's just one of the ways that you can, of course, take the output from your AI collective and actually utilize it in the real world. Now, more really is better. Why would you have only one superhero when you can have, I guess, what you could call the Avengers, right? I just, I don't see, I don't see that there's any reason why we should all be paying ChatGPT $20 a month, and then the next one another $20 a month, and the next one another one. It just doesn't make sense to me. So, what is the real value then of AI Collective now that we're putting all this together? Well, let's break it down as to what you can get. Are you ready? Do you want to, and before I go into this entire, package that we've put together, I just want to just ask you if you have any questions first, rather than a question answer session just at the end, because I'm about to show you the package that we put together just for today's webinar. And it's very, very cool. It has so much stuff in it that's going to knock your socks off. But before we do, I just want to make sure that we've covered everything. Delphine can't wait. Yeah, okay. All right. Ready? We can't wait. Okay. So you get 52 right now AI models. That's up from 40, as I said, about a week ago, with more being consistently added in the future. We're going to be on top of that for you, so you will always be at the forefront of the AI revolution. Now, you save over 80% every year by paying only for AI Collective, and that's an understatement, all right? Now, the bundle deal that we have for you today, what's normally in what's called the front end or the basic package, all right, you, of course, get that, which are the key features. Your ability to craft unique AI content using multiple models. You can talk directly to the AI model all on one screen and then have them cross-chat with each other. All right. You can copy what one has written and then put it in the other. You could do the @ sign. You could tag it. You could just tag them all so that they all pop up on your screen. You saw that in the demo. And I will be playing the demo in answer to your earlier question. I will be playing Cyril's demo again later in this webinar. You could create beautiful and unique images as well. You could generate and complete and debug code. You could be a programmer, and you saw Cyril explain what his favorite one is for that. And you get access to secret AI models, as Cyril explained, that people actually do not know about because they're not available on the, to the public. They're available to the developers to use in their products for people. And that's what we've tapped into there as well. So you actually get these secret ones as well. And just for a short time, we are offering this even higher value bundle package. And that includes what normally would also be the AI Collective Elite. That's, well, the Elite is the basic. So that's the front end. That's the over 50 models, the multi-AI chat, the feed output of AI to one another, both text and image AIs. This is all the basic. And perfect for small business owners and solopreneurs, free upgrades and 24/6 chat support. In other words, 6 days a week. All right. So that's everything that you would normally get. But the bundle also includes the Pro. Now, the Pro includes a prompt library. It includes the ability to import documents. All right. So that's PDFs and CSV files, and have the AI analyze those documents. Now, I'm going to bring Cyril on later to explain that more because that's a very, very cool feature. It also includes all future AI models. That's part of our bundle package. So in other words, if you were to get just the front end, as it's called, which isn't even available today, then what you'd be able to get is just what you get. You don't get the future ones included. You are getting all the future AI models also included as they come out. You also get those AI experts that you saw in the demo, such as the chef, the lawyer, the real estate agent, right? You get those as well, so that they already have their knowledge, their expertise sort of partitioned off from the other ones so that you know that when you go to them, they're already going to be knowledgeable in that particular subject. All right. You also get the advanced image AIs included. Now, Cyril, I am going to bring you back for that one. Advanced image AIs, what is that? If you could unmute your microphone and come back to us for just
Absolutely.
a moment.
Absolutely. So AI Collective in its core is something that deals with languages. This product, I have put in a lot of different AIs with an emphasis to give you the capability to work with text content, of course, in all the languages and in all the ways that you would want to use text content. But to put a little icing on the cake, I have put in image AIs too. So it's got basic popular image AIs that are already a part of many of the products that you've been using. Things like GPT, it's got DALI 2, DALI 3. It's also got a stable diffusion AIs. And if you get the bundle deal today, you will also get access to Amazon's Titan AI, which is an amazing AI, but there is no public interface to it. There is no website where you can just go and get it. Mostly only coders and programmers have access to it. So I am providing you that as a part of the special deal. You get the Amazon Titan AI, which can create some really lifelike images. I have tested it myself, and personally, I prefer it more to DALI 3. It's way better than that. So that's one thing you get extra if you get the bundle deal.
Wow, Amazon Titan. I didn't realize that. I'm glad I brought you back in for that. Wow. And it also includes commercial rights and 2 years of free upgrades. All right. That's if you get the pro, but you're getting that today as a special.
Can I put a word in here, Todd? Just for a second, I want to talk about the 2 years upgrade here. It's something really significant.
Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks, Todd. So, guys, here's the thing. Now, you've been using AI since the last 1 year. What you use today is absolutely like miles ahead of what you were using 2 years ago, right? There is not even a comparison to this. So, this, what I'm giving you here today, is the ultimate, difference maker in your business, because what is coming up in 2 years is going to be really, really crazy in the world of AI. And I'm going to integrate all of those AIs. I'm not going to tell you, hey, pay me $20 a month to get those, from so many different places. All the places, all the sources, I will be tapping onto them. I'll be bringing the AIs to you. And for the next 2 years, and this is a deal, by the way, which is only on bundle. If you buy the bundle, I will give you 2 years of free upgrades, which means you will get every single AI that comes up that I integrate in AI Collective for the next 2 years. This is a deal which is special for the pro and the bundle buyers. The only the front end buyers sadly don't get it, of course, because I want to take care of my best buyers first. So make sure you got this deal, because this is a game changer in your business.
Yeah, to be clear, you can't even buy the front end. It's not even open yet. This is going to be a special package deal today, and it does include that 2 years of free upgrade, and that works hand in hand with all future AI models included. All right, great. Understand. And the bundle also includes something very, very, very special. You can actually get a reader's license for this. I'm not kidding. You can sell 70 of these on your own. You know, because you're here and you've seen how unbelievable this is, that this is something that if you wish to resell, it would be very, very popular. You could sell AI Collective licenses yourself. You could sell any way you want. You could get paid however you want. You could manage the licenses and access for your customers. It's a simple interface inside the membership. It lets you give access to your clients. You keep 100% of the sales you make. No need to share anything with us. 70, as I said, 70 reseller licenses are included. For those of you that do, I actually had Scott, one of our, I guess, you guys are all friends of mine. I'm going to call him a close friend of mine. He's one of you, and he's been, going to these webinars regularly. And Scott just texted me just right now in Skype, and he says, please tell me there's a reseller license to this. There is. There is. Your customers get up to 5,000 credits, and this is limited to this particular launch offer only. So This is not something you could get at any other time. It's this webinar that you could get the reseller. So it actually includes reseller. The bundle also includes, believe it or not, the reseller ready site, which normally would cost an additional $127 on top of the $369. Now, all these things are adding up, but don't freak out. I know all this stuff is adding up, and it looks like this is going to be expensive, but I'm not sure how Cyril was able to do it, but we managed to come in with a really, really low price for all of these things. All right, so hang in there, because the AI Collective Reseller Ready site is a high-quality copy written by $1 million copywriter. It's a site with a high-quality design. It's fully responsive, which means it's going to work very well on mobile. It's SEO friendly, and it's HTML, CSS, and images. You get all that. You just plug in your payment system, and it's ready. And again, you could edit it easily because you get the HTML, the CSS, and the images that make up the site. Okay? You just plug in your payment system, and boom, you have your site ready to resell this. Now, all of that adds up to $728. All right? All of those things. But did you see that flash? Did I flash you just now? Did I just pull down my pants for just a second? Did you see what that price was? Did you see that? You could get all these things today in the bundle. Everything. You could get AI Collective for $177 if you move on it in this webinar. We put all this together. So I said to Cyril, how can we possibly give it for that? He says, Todd, you have to understand that as the developer, my costs are far different than the costs of people who try to get this individually. So you get the basic product, which is AI Collective Elite. You get AI Collective Pro, the AI Collective reseller license, and the reseller ready site. All of that, and it's not $728. It's only $177. If you move on it right now, you'd need to go to toddsuggests.com/get AIC. Very easy. toddsuggests.com/get AIC, which is short for AI Collective. Now, there is an optional upgrade I want to tell you on the inside. It's to make your credits infinite. Now, I'm going to bring Cyril back to explain this in just a minute. So, Cyril, get ready. There's no limits on your usage if you get the unlimited. There's already a fair amount that you can use with the bundle as it is. But if you go unlimited, then it's another $97 because of the charges that we incur. It's for both text and image AIs. All the AI models are included, and you can use the expensive models too. And that's something I'm going to have Cyril lay out for you because I understand what he means. Perfect for regular AI users. All right, Cyril, come on in and explain about that unlimited upgrade. Here's the link again. It's $177, but $97 for the unlimited upgrade. And explain how many credits people normally have and how many they have when they go unlimited.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I have some buyers for my products here. I'm sure they bought the latest bunch of AI products that I've been launching. So you can see nearly every one of my products is AI based these days. And one of the things that I'm sure my buyers noticed, they don't run out of credits. So I've been pretty generous with credits, and that's the same thing I've maintained even with this. So you're gonna get 50,000 credits, guys. It's a lot of credits. You can use it a lot. You won't run out of credits very fast. It's not, like you're gonna be not starved of credits. I will be very surprised if most users run out very quickly. But on top of that, for those who are really, really heavy users, who are going to be on AI a lot and want to use the maximum capabilities, want to use the best quality AIs, the topmost, most expensive AIs, and not be bothered about costs. So I went a little bit ahead. People who are going to use AI pretty aggressively can use the $177 unlimited package, which gives access to all the features, all the AIs, and 50,000 credits, which is a lot. But people who want to go beyond that who are going to be using the most expensive AIs every day, who don't want to be limited with anything, they can go for the unlimited upgrade, which gives you unlimited AIs for 2 years. You can use AI all the day, 24 hours a day. You can use anything you want, and we will not charge you a single credit for 2 years. Only after 2 years, your counting will start, right? So that's a crazy way to just go unlimited. Imagine this. Now, I was paying ChatGPT Pro $20 a month. I was paying Anthropic at a point $20 a month. I was paying $40 a month for AI, and that's $480 a year, right? And now with 50 AIs, with all the prime models, ChatGPT Pro charges you even today $20 to give you access to the best version of their language model. But it's in there in AI Collective. So with Anthropic, Cloud Sonnet is there, and it's the same with all the different AI models. They're all in here for one simple cost. I'm gonna give you the unlimited version for 2 years for $97. And guys, those of you who are thinking this is magic, how can I actually do this? I'm gonna tell you the secret right on this call. Because here is the thing: when you pay Cloud or when you pay ChatGPT, you're paying them a subscription which is on the on time, on the basis of time. So you're going to give them a monthly subscription, whether you use the AI all day or whether you use it 3 times a day, right? You're going to pay this $20 to them. They're not going to give you a metered connection. But if I'm coming to them as a developer buying massive numbers, they give me a metered connection, right? And it's insanely cheap. It's like crazy cheap. You can't even imagine the cost differential. So I would probably pay $20 for something that is 1000x of what you would use. So I'm just passing on the benefit to you, and you can totally take advantage of this special connectivity that developers get, or I get access to all of these companies to their best offers when we buy them in bulk. So I'm just passing on the costs to you, and you can benefit from it, not having to pay for Claude, Anthropic, or Llama, or Rika, or Mistral, or anything that you think of. You can use them without a single cent spent for the next 2 years if you upgrade to the unlimited. By the way, it's heavily recommended. I'm not going to do this forever. This is a special launch plan. After the launch, this is going away, right? So it's special. It's available today. It might be available for the duration of the launch, but that's it. After that, AI Collective goes to recurring. That's one thing. But the unlimited plan, it just goes away. The reseller plan, it just goes away. I don't sell reseller any longer after the launch. I have not done in the last 2 years because I don't want to sell resellers too much. I want to incentivize my launch buyers. They are the special people who get on board faster, who really are the early adopters. But beyond that, it's not going to be there. The unlimited is going away, the reseller is going away, and the only way you can access them today, get the bundle, get the upgrade, you're set.
Just to put this in perspective, Cyril, here's what you're offering. Here's what you crazy guy. All right. So if somebody has ChatGPT, right, and they want the latest version of ChatGPT, they pay $20 a month. $20 a month means in 9 months, they've already exceeded the $177 in 9 months. And this is a one-time charge, the $177. The ChatGPT just keeps going and going. So just one AI, just one, this is surpassing in terms of the value by leaps and bounds. Now, when you consider everything else, like this also includes the reseller license and the reseller site, the ability to make so much money off of this by reselling it. I mean, that is absolutely insane, Cyril. So again, I'm telling you, you underpriced this, and I'm not going to argue with you right now because we're in a public crowd, but you are charging too little for this, obviously. I think everybody here would agree. Wouldn't you guys agree? This is not monthly. This is not yearly, Oliver. This is one time only for $177. Is that correct, Cyril? This is one time only?
Absolutely, Todd. It is one time only, and you get enough credits to last you a really long time. The way most people they use AIs, I don't think they're gonna run out of credits. Of course, the regular users will want the unlimited version, which makes it free for 2 years. It's like thousands of dollars in saving. I did a calculation. actually. And if you're using just three AIs, not even the best top 10, you're just using the three of the best AIs, getting only about 7% of what I'm giving in this complete package, you would be saving about $2,046 in 2 years.
Now we have two cute little bonuses for you that are very handy. One is a BioLink creator app, which actually allows you to create those BioLinks that you put into social media, so you don't have to pay monthly like I do for Linktree. And then we have Short Tracks, which is dynamite. It's a redirector. So you're actually using Short Tracks right now when you go to toddsuggests.com/get AIC. That's what we use for our redirects and tracking. And it's fantastic. It's so much better than something like Bitly. It's really, really good. And you get both of those as a bonus for getting this today. Now, I do have the contest, which is coming up in just a second. But before we get to that contest, where I actually give you a $50 reimbursement on your purchase, I'm going to ask you a really easy question today. It's not hard at all. In fact, I'm excited about the question because it's not based on my life or trivia or anything, any silly. It's something very concrete from the middle of the webinar. And you guys all should know it, and I bet you a bunch of you know it. So you have a good chance of getting it because I'm sure you're going to know the right answer. And we'll see. Maybe I'll give more than one $50 reimbursement. All right. So I'm going to ask that question in just a moment. But before I do, I just want to make sure I give you time to get in and get https://toddsuggests.com/get AIC. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the actual chat area, not the question answer area. And I'm going to type out my email address, which is yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com. Now, that is Todd's email. I just wrote that in the chat. Now, the reason I want that in there is because you're about to answer a question, and then if you get it right, and I select you from a random draw, then you're going to send your receipt for purchasing this and your email, your PayPal email to us at that email address, and we'll send you $50 back. Okay? So here we go. You guys, I want to make sure that you're back from purchasing. All right, everybody ready? I'm going to ask the question now. Tyrone is in. Durante. I see some funny comments. I should defer to Cyril and his pricing. I don't always have to go after the money. Oh, my goodness. He underpriced it. Come on. All right, you guys are ready. Mike's in. All right, so here's the question. Cyril has discovered a specific AI that's best for coding. What's the name of that specific AI? It's best for coding, and it's his favorite. All right, and you should be using it if you're a programmer. What was the name of that particular AI? I'm going to just randomly select from the right answers. All right, Greg Little gets it correct. It is DeepSeek. We have dozens of you got it right. I told you it was easy. DeepSeek is correct. And in just a couple of minutes, I'm going to decide if I'm going to ask a second question and give you guys another chance. Greg Little, Liddle. What I need you to do, Greg, is take your receipt for purchasing AI Collective, the incredible bundle package that we put together. Either one, the 177 or the 177 plus the 97 unlimited. I want you to just go ahead and take your receipt for purchasing that and send that receipt over to your greenscreenguy@gmail.com along with your PayPal email so we can reimburse you. Congratulations to Greg Little, Liddle. Thank you, Greg, for playing along. And thank you so much for everyone else for playing along.
I gotta say, Todd, I'm surprised at the level of attention that this crowd has given. I think this is one of the best crowds I have been to. absolutely attentive, and they really grasp every little thing that we shared on the call. On that note, Todd, if you are if when you're done with the second question, I'm sure there is going to be another set of winners. We I would be happy if you show them the sales page, and they can take a look at some of the features of AI Collective.
That's a very good idea. I'll get them over to the sales page in just a moment. That's a wonderful idea. Let's see. What was the link for that so that I could show them that?
Toddsuggest.com/getaic. That's the page, guys. That's the page you need to go to. And it's got a lot of details about what AI Collective can do. I mean, in our webinar demonstration, we covered a lot of things, and some of you have been reading up the sales page. I have actually seen the order form blow up. A lot of you have already grabbed it. Thank you again, and feel free to drop us a little shout out that you grabbed it if you got it, and it would just make us feel a little bit you know f- uh, good about this, and we would give you a shout out. I think Todd can give you a shout out if he notices this. So, by the way, this is the sales page, and it gives you a lot of insights about what AI Collective can do. For example, all of these things, all the document types that it can create, it's all there. And if you scroll down a little bit further, Todd, I'm going to show you the list of the AIs in here. So these are the AIs you're paying $20 a month for. GPT-4, you got to pay $20 a month for to get GPT-4. You can get it free. Gemini Pro, Google asks you for $20 a month to get Gemini Pro. You can get it free. That's $40 a month already, guys. Rika is not even available anywhere. It's a very, very high quality AI, and it's extremely, extremely good at reasoning. It's in there. Don't need to pay $20 a month for it. And you also get the best version of Claude. I'm talking about Claude 3 Sonnet. It's a crazy, crazy good AI. In fact, it's the number one rated AI in the world right now. It beats ChatGPT 4 on every single parameter. And you don't need to pay $20 a month for that either. It's the only way to find Phi 3. This is a new AI from Microsoft. They're using it in Copilot. A gentleman here asked me, hey, do you have the same AI that they use in Copilot? Of course I do. Why would I leave it out of the entire set? It's in there. Phi 3 is in there. AI 21 Jamba, it's a specialized AI. It's also in there. Meta Llama 3, I was talking about it earlier, how it's great for social media. It's in there. JICE in Arabic, it thinks in English and Arabic. It's in there. AI 21 Jurassic, Amazon Titan Express, which is a great model for
We
language. Like
lost
Amazon Titan is a series, and Amazon Titan is a great
Cyril.
language for, is a great model for e-com, for example. Sorry, Todd, did I go on too long? Yeah, but the list goes
Yeah, we
on.
lost
Like,
you just
it's
for
a
a second,
crazy,
but
crazy big list.
the only thing that we missed was you went from Jace to then Amazon Titan. So we picked you up at
Yeah,
AI Jurassic 2 and Amazon Titan.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And
So
then you
there's
have
Google
Mistral. You were
Farm.
telling us that you like
Yeah,
Mistral.
yeah. I was talking about Mistral earlier, guys. This is a European company. I know many of you want to create content which is not primarily in English. Now, frankly, ChatGPT does a great job of English content generation, but it's not local language first. So when you want to really process high quality content in local languages, you want to go to that language's developer, right? So we went to JICE, we went to Mistral, and there are some other languages which are coming up. And for example, in India there's an AI called Krutrim, and right now they don't have an API, but when they have an API, I will put it in there. So Mistral is great at European languages, particularly French and German. It does a great job of that, and ChatGPT can do that. You also got Alpaca, which is, and Wizard LM. You've got specialized AIs in there too, like Vicuna, which is a great AI for reasoning, and some funny AIs like Striped Hyena. It's an open source project. They're trying to build an AI that is comparable or even better than ChatGPT. It creates fun content. I have used it myself. It was great. DeepSeek, I have talked about. It's perfect for code generation. Gemma is the latest AI from Google. It's not available anywhere except their Pro plan, and of course, AI Collective. It's inside of AI Collective. Cohere is a great model for content generation, for reasoning, and it is there with all its different versions. You can use the faster one, you can use the more capable one. They're all in here. Don't need to pay another $20 for Cohere. Practically, AI Collective is saving you hundreds of dollars a month. And this graphic is important because you can see what's happening here. All the AIs are talking to each other. They're working together. You're not going to 20 different pages to work with separate AIs. They're all just together working for you in one place. So that's the point of it. We did the calculations. The savings are way beyond 80%. Now this calculation of 80% is when I first started bringing this product to Todd. When I first brought it, that was the savings I promised Todd that I will give to his buyers, to his set of audiences. But I've done much more than that. So the savings today is actually beyond 90%, and I think it just go up only for you guys, because it's not going to be lifetime price for the rest of the people who don't get on board during the special sale. So this is the URL, guys. Again, a lot of you guys have already got it, but those who haven't, the URL is toddsuggest.com. Get AIC. Get there, get AI Collective today. The bundle and the unlimited upgrade, I heavily recommend it. It won't be there after the launch. I'm definitely taking it down, and there will be no way to get unlimited AI for the next 2 years after this particular deal is over.
We do have some questions coming in. I want to make sure that you get a chance to answer it. Is this bundle different than just the AI Collective that is available in Cyril's? And then it popped off on me.
Absolutely. My beta users had early access to AI Collective. A lot of you guys are already on board. I thank you for it. And you have improved AI Collective a lot for me, because then I'm able to get real usage experience from my people who test it for me. Of course, they pay it for me too. So pay for it too. So that's double appreciated. But this software has been tested by real world users. It's been improved. And all of you guys who got in the beta program, of course, you will get access. The bundle deal is not a part of that deal. It's something different. I think it's actually beyond what I offered in the beta deal, because I had absolutely no inclination to offer unlimited. But then Todd came to me and he said, hey, can we do something beyond the credit system? Even though the credits are quite generous, can we give our buyers a deal that is so mind blowing that they would not have to think twice? So, guys, I saw one person who said, hey, Todd, why are you telling Cyril to raise the prices? He's not been telling me to raise the prices. He's the one who encouraged me, Cyril, can you bring the best deal possible? And that's kind of what we've done here. So even if you've got the beta deal, if you want to pick it up, I won't hold it against you. You can get the unlimited deal, which is a part of the bundle deal.
You're giving my secrets away that I'm really a nice guy like you. It's not right. They have to think of me as the bad guy. No, it's true. I did say that you are pricing it low, but I did want that unlimited. And I really, really, went out to make sure that you got a special unlimited deal. So that's particularly what Cyril is talking about. Listen, some more questions have come up, and I'm gonna get to them in just a second. While I let Cyril look at those questions, and we will answer them, I just want to quickly play that original video from before. All right, because so many of you have asked for us to replay it, and it is so good. Cyril, you did a great job with that. So let me just replay your video, and while we're playing it, all right, everybody jot down. Don't lose track of that. toddsuggest.com/get AIC. And right before I play it, I just want to see who's in so far. Just give me a you're in or hello or here I am, I got it, that sort of thing. So I'll just read out a few names fast because Cyril promised I would. Oliver, Jean-Luc, Pia, Fred, Russ, Randall, Edouard, thank you very much. Rolf, Larry, Nicole, Ian, Tony, Cherie, Richard, thank you very much. That's Richard D., Sherry Waltz, Tony Felix, Ian Cunningham, Nicole Robertson, Larry Richardson, Rolf Backstrom, Edouard Wakowiak, Randall Templeton, Russ, and Fred Lemons, and Pia Civilete. I'm sorry, I botched that pronunciation. Jean-Lucas Chaubois. So many. Mark Anthony, New John Maluso, Donna Robinson, Bernard Hirsch, Philip Morris, Scott Walsh. Good Scott. Very good. Scott Hall. Hey, Scott. James Coe, Russell Betts, David Posiano, Greg Little, James Lamont, Michelle Lee. All right, this is what I'm going to do. We have so many people in. I want to give you a chance to win. After I show this demo again, I'm going to come back and I'm going to once more, I'm going to actually give you a chance to win $50 reimbursement. Maybe I'll do even two. So watch this. I'm going to have Cyril look at the questions for questions and answers. I'm going to work on a new contest question, and I'll be right back with more $50 reimbursements. All right, here we go.
Hey guys, I'm very excited today to show you AI Collective, the best way to work with generative AI. Now, I know you've been using ChatGPT and maybe you've even got a subscription and are paying $20 a month for it. I'm sure you're also hearing about all the advancements in AI from so many different companies, about amazing AI models from Cloud, Meta, Google, and others in addition to OpenAI. If you're feeling worried about whether you're still using the best AI in your business, well, you'll never worry again because AI Collective gives you access to all of them. That's right, AI Collective is the ultimate AI toolkit which has all the prime models from all across the world from all the big suppliers. So you will find literally every single big model that you've heard of, all the big AIs, and you can use all of them from inside of AI Collective without having to pay for them separately. That's right, you don't need to pay $20 a month to access the best models from OpenAI. You don't need to pay another $20 a month to access best models from Anthropic Cloud. You don't need to pay for Rika. You don't need to pay for Llama or Phi or Amazon's models or Mistral or actually other dozens of models that are doing so well in their specific niches that give you all the superpowers you need to make the best use of AI in your business. You can use them all in AI Collective from one single interface without having to pay for any of them. All right, so let's take it for a spin. I'm going to pick one of the models from this list. Let's go for GPT-4o Mini. It's a model from OpenAI. It's selected now, as you can see. Let me put in an instruction. I want a Facebook post on email marketing. Hit send. And there we have it. This is GPT-4o Mini. But what if I'm not satisfied with this? What if I want to use something different? Now, if I keep hitting GPT-4o Mini, it's going to give me similar responses. It's not going to go into a totally different direction. And that's what multi-AI is all about, because what I can do here is I can hit up another AI. So let me hit up Claude 2 and let's see what we get from there. The same thing. And this is the response from Claude 2. As you can see, this is something totally different from the one above. And I can keep repeating that. So you notice me that I was able to talk to a model just by addressing it like we address people on chat. So if you're using Slack or Skype or any of those chat apps, you know you can tag a person by at and then of course naming the person. Well, we built that technology inside of AI Collective, so you can tag all the models. So if I want to, let's say, tag Wizard LM, which is an excellent model for text generation, and we can give it the same input. Let's see what we get this time. Look at this. It actually wrote us kind of like a song or a poetry. So you can see different models have a totally different way of thinking. It's like a different person altogether. And that's why you need to have as many models as you can get, all the latest ones, so that you can create content that's 100% unique, that's different from everything else that people are pumping out. AI Collective has really incredible features to help you work with multiple models. I just showed you how to tag a model and get an answer from that, even though you have a different main model going on, even though you're talking to a different model. But you can do beyond that. You can put in a message. Let's say you want to ask GPT-4o Mini, and you want to also ask the same question, or you want to give the same information to, let's say, Gemini Pro, and you want them to process this and give you separate answers. Check this out. This time I got two responses, one from GPT-4o Mini and another one from Google Gemini Pro. And these are totally different responses written by totally different brains, and they have totally different angles. So this way you can actually pose a question to multiple AIs. No need to toggle websites, no need to pay different places. You can do it all inside of AI Collective from one place. Tag 2 AIs or tag 5, it doesn't matter. You can get a response from all of them, and you can choose the best ones, or you can even combine the best responses, combine the attributes of best responses to create the content that's perfect for you. And it's not just content creation. You can use this technology to get better answers for everything. For example, let me ask a question to DeepSeek, which is a great model for programming, and also to Wizard LM. Let me ask them, what is the use of a class in C++? And check this out. We have a response from WizardLM and also from DeepSeek, and we even get sample code. You can copy this code and use it in your apps. So you can actually write code with AI, and you can get the code written from multiple AIs to get the best possible solution, to get different perspectives, the best answer. As you can see clearly, WizardLM gave you an answer, but it wasn't that detailed. And on the second hand, DeepSeek gave you quite a detailed answer with a code sample, definitely more helpful. So now you will never be stuck in a place where your AIs are not giving you the great answer, the good answer that you expect. You can always tag multiple AIs, find the exact answer that you want, find the information that you want, and execute any project better. AI Collective has a handy reference which lists all the AIs in it, and it tells you what is the unique point, the strong point of each AI, so you can make a decision about which AI you want to use today. The best thing is, all of these AIs are available to you for a single charge. You don't need to pay them separately. Now, for example, if you wanted GPT-4, you need to pay a $20 subscription to ChatGPT, and then to get access to Claude 3 models, for example, you will need to pay another $20 subscription per month to Anthropic. And the same goes for Reka, the same goes for Phi, Meta, JICE, all these models that you will need to pay separately to get access to are available to you inside of AI Collective without any extra cost. So that's a big advantage, because you can use all of AI in one place without having to access them separately. You can talk to all of them from one place. You can get different responses from them in one place, and you can do advanced things like change the model. So if you got the response, you're not happy with it, and you want to quickly change the model, you can do that. You can rewrite this content. So if you're executing a writing project where you're writing a blog article or an email or a social media post, you're not happy with it, you want to rewrite it, perfectly fine, you can do that. You want to expand it further, you want to expand this text, that can happen inside of AI Collective. You can summarize content, or you can turn any content into an email. So all of these tools are marketing tools that are available inside of AI Collective. These tools are not even there in ChatGPT. I'll talk about things that are not in ChatGPT. AI Collective also comes with a giant prompt library, all the different ideas that you need to craft custom content or to get information in absolutely any niche you want. You can use these ready made prompts. You can search them for keywords. For example, if I put in travel, I will get all the travel related prompts. So you can search the keywords that you want to work in. You can even add your own prompt. So if you have some ideas and you want to turn them into a prompt that you want to access very quickly later, you can do that. But that's not all. You also get the facility to get AI assistants. So inside of AI Collective, there are dozens and dozens of AI assistants. You can use these AI assistants to talk to them. For example, you can talk to a professional chef. You can find out all about recipes, get ideas, brainstorm. So it's like having a consultant, having an employee working with you at all times. And again, you can even add your own assistant if you want to. So all of this technology is awesome. AI Collective also lets you upload documents and talk to them. So this is the latest technology that AI has. You can upload PDF files, JSON files, CSVs, HTML, and more, and you can chat with them. You can organize PDF files, you can organize CSV files, extract data from them, and if you got a giant book, you can feed it into AI Collective and ask questions. So it's gonna be just like your teacher. It will read the book and tell you the answers on the basis of the book. So all of these features make your job easier, no matter whether you're trying to create content or create any project. AI Collective can do it better with multiple AIs. So far, I've shown you text-based capabilities of AI Collective. You can create articles, you can write emails, you can write blog posts, create social media content, get answer to any question, again, using multiple AIs, even the latest one, get HTML coding solutions for absolutely any programming language you want. And by the way, AI Collective has some very specialized coding assistants which are even better than ChatGPT. But that's not all that AI Collective can do, because it's got one more superpower. It can also create images of every kind. Let me show you. So inside of new content, so far we were in new chat. Now let's go to new image. And again, you will find that you have a number of different AIs to choose from. We've got DALI 2, we've got DALI 3, Deep AI text to image, Stable Diffusion 1.5 and 1.6 both. So you can use any of these AIs to create high quality images. So let me select, for example, DALI 3, and let's give it a prompt: man sitting on the beach watching the sunset. Let's see what we get. And here we have such a beautiful image. It looks pretty lifelike. You can do this with multiple AIs. So if you want to create the same image with Stable Diffusion 1.6, change it like this, put in the prompt again, and you can see the image right away. And here you see the same image made by Stable Diffusion. You can download it to your computer, use it with the social media content that you create with AI Collective using multiple AIs. Having AI Collective is like having a team of superheroes always ready to work with you on any project you want. And don't forget, AI Collective is the only way to future proof your AI requirements, because this app will always have the best AIs as they come into the market. We are working on it all the time, calibrating AIs, finding new AIs to put in, and improving the AIs that are already in there, and putting in new features as they emerge, as the capabilities of AI grow. So get into AI Collective now and make it your home for everything that is AI, because this is the best way to use AI. I hope you like what we created and you're going to use it every day. This is Cyril Gupta, your best friend in the business, signing off.
All right. Thank you, Cyril. I'm switching back. I know Cyril's working on a back end problem right now, so I'm going to try to have answers to some of your questions, and then I'll bring him back in. Once again, this is where to get it. Once you get in there, you just are looking for the $177 product, toddsuggest.com/getAIC, and then this product here for $97. That's the upgrade, which gives you the unlimited. If you see any other products than that, you can ignore it right now. Those are going to be that's meant for tomorrow, when the basic product gets unleashed, which costs much, much more than this package we're putting together for this webinar. So again, it's this for $177 at toddsuggest.com/getAIC, and $97 for AI Collective Unlimited. Now, I do have a question to ask you to get another $50 reimbursement. I really appreciate your support on this. And our question is actually going to be kind of quirky. So the other one was a very serious question. This one's a little more of a quirky question, but it will show if you were paying attention during one of the videos that we showed today. So you have actually two answers to this question. We showed you in the middle of the webinar, a little past that, about 60% in, I showed you a actual cartoon, and it was based, the story was based on what AI Collective was able to churn out. All right, we've got the actual script for this little mini story delivered to us by AI Collective. I played you about 3/4 of that little movie. There was a hero, and the hero actually has two names. I'll take either name that the hero of that story had, and from those names, I am going to select randomly. So this is a harder question than the last one, because you had to be paying attention to the characters in that story. So once again, I'm asking for the name of the hero in that story, and go ahead and answer that now, and that's for a reimbursement. And the right answer is Audio Man from Darla Blessing. Now, Darla, I do see that others did try to answer that. Almost everybody got the correct. Yeah, I see that. Audio Man is correct. The other answer wasn't Decibel. He was not he was the anti-hero. The other correct question would have been Elliot, would have been the correct answer. That was his original name. So Audio Man is correct. Darla, I'd like you to send your receipt. Contact Team Todd at yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com with your receipt and your PayPal email. And it looks like we've got folks. So we know both winners so far, right? We've written them both down so that we don't get confused because we're sending them $50. Okay. Very, very good. Maybe we'll have another one of those later. Oh, you're welcome, Darla. You're welcome. Totally random out of the correct answers on that. You guys were rooting for Decibel. That's pretty funny. Thank you, Audrey, for putting that in. All right. Now, I'm going to try to answer some of your questions while Cyril works on a problem in the back end. Then I'll bring Cyril back in.
I'm here, Todd. We're all sorted. Thank you so much for the patience and taking care of everyone here.
Okay, great. Now, when we showed that demo just now, part of what I wanted you to do was look over some of the questions and answers and answer some of the questions that came up at about 35 after the hour, 36 after the hour. If you could just take a look through some of those.
Absolutely. Yeah, I see a bunch of questions. So yeah, I'm gonna take them up now. And guys, while I'm here, feel free to drop me any question. I'll be here to answer to the best of my capabilities about AI Collective, about AI. And thanks again for being here. Such a patient audience. We have over 150 people on the call. So Cherry is saying I just canceled my $20 chat GPT subscription. Well, congratulations, Cherry. You already saved a lot of money. I appreciate it. So Abdul has a question for me. Do you have a payment installment? Unfortunately, no, Abdul. This is a one-time payment. We don't have the system to support the payment installment, so we can't offer it to you. But we will see. This is a requirement that we don't get so often, but we'll see. Maybe next time we will arrange this, but this is not available at this time. John is asking, was it AI Collective that created the cartoons? John, these are very basic cartoons. Absolutely, you can create them from inside of AI Collective. Go ahead and connect to DALI 3, which is there. You can create such cartoons easily using DALI 3. So definitely they're creatable with the AI Collective. Now, I'm not sure how Audrey created these particular ones, but yeah, seeing them, yes, they can be done in the AI Collective. Anthony is asking me, after 2 years, what happens to the credits? Is it grandfathered? Absolutely, Anthony. We won't count your credits till the end of 2 years. Now, this is available only to the unlimited buyers, guys. This is not a part of the basic bundle deal. You get 50,000 credits with the basic bundle deal, but then you get an opportunity to make them unlimited. That's the next step. For $97, you can get the unlimited credits for 2 years. I absolutely recommend it. When that happens, your credits get locked to the stage they were at. We don't start deducting them before 2 years are done. So your credits are still there. They're not gone anywhere. You can use them after 2 years. So that's great. Then there is a question from Peter about the reseller version. The reseller buyers get 5,000 credits, and if they run out of the credits, they can get more inside. And by the way, guys, credits are so inexpensive. It's $1 for 1,000 credits, and it's enough to do even 1,000 responses. So if you don't use the most expensive AIs, you can have 1,000 questions. And if you use the expensive one, even then it's pretty high. So people are not going to run out of credits in a rush. You will be giving your buyers a huge amount of value. I want to point this out. After the launch, the reseller version is going away, and I'm not going to offer it a lifetime price. So some of you who bought my products know that I do this one time offer only during the launch. After that, I just go to lifetime, and that's where the bulk of my sales come in. I make sales every day for my products because I maintain them, I improve them, and I make sure that people who use these products get the value in such magnitude that they're not upset about paying even a subscription. I know everybody dislikes subscriptions, but you got to have subscriptions to maintain software. And you guys are here first. You're going to get this one time version, but the rest of the people, they're not going to get it. They're going to have to pay the lifetime fee. Sorry, they're going to have to pay the subscription fee. I will make profits on top of that. But yeah, you can grab the lifetime version over here. Your customers can get, you can sell licenses using the reseller, which is a part of the unlimited deal. They get 5,000 credits. Beyond that, they purchase. Now, I have a question from Richard. If I have a 200 PDF, can I put it in AI Collective and ask questions? Absolutely, absolutely, Richard. You can do that. You can put it inside of AI Collective and then you can ask follow-up questions. It depends. The questions, the credits that it's going to use depends on, again, the size of the ebook, then which AI do you use to ask the question. So all of that is not something that I can answer right away. But let me tell you, there is an unlimited version right there. Don't forget what I'm talking about. So upload your ebook, ask a question. You don't need to pay a single credit. But then again, you have 50,000 credits. Even if you don't decide to get the unlimited, even though I recommend it heavily, you can still use it for a really, really long time. You're not going to run out of credits in a rush. All right. So I have a question from Donna. Donna says, will I lose function of my API key from ChatGPT if I cancel the monthly subscription? Well, Donna, you will definitely lose the function of the pro version of ChatGPT. The basic version is available even with the cancel subscription, but you will not get the pro version. I understand your problem. You might be using this in a number of projects. Some people have built software where they're telling you, hey, bring your own key. I don't know why you want to do that. You don't need to bring any key to AI Collective at least. So I can solve the problems of other vendors, but I'm going to solve the problem that I can solve with my products. No key is required over here. You don't need to bring 1 or 10 API keys. It's all sorted for you. Richard is asking me, what is your suggested sale price? Richard, just keep it comparable to my price when I take it off the one-time deal. That's all I ask you. You're going to make a lot of money. Typically, I expect you to make no less than $8,000 if you sell this entire package. So that's going to be something like $120. You can offer them lifetime. You can offer them a recurring. It's totally up to you. I'm going to offer my buyers this entire package that you can sell at $164 a year. They're gonna go for elite, and they will get an opportunity to upgrade to pro. The cost of that is gonna be at least $164. You can sell something below it. I don't mind. Don't try to undercut me too much, but make money. I can see you making at least $8,000 from it. All right, we have another question. What can we sell it for? Well, Anthony, I just answered your question. Richard asked me the absolutely same question, so I answered that. And Richard Hall has a question for me. Uh, can we create websites? Absolutely, Richard. You can. You have a number of different AIs which are very good at this. Cloud 3 is extremely good at doing code now, and we also have DeepSeek, which is extremely good at generating code. You can tell it exactly what kind of website you want to create, and then you can get the output. You can ask it to write CSS, you can ask it to write HTML. It takes care of everything, so that's not a big deal at all. Trevor's asking me, when can I start selling my license? Trevor, wait till my launch is over. That's going to be 31st of July. After 31st of July, let's count 1st of August. You can sell, not before 1st of August. That's absolutely prohibited. During the launch period, no reseller licenses will be activated. From 1st of August, please make all the money that you can. You will have my full support. The support is going to be taken care of me. All the customers that you bring in, don't worry about them. We will take care of them. We'll make sure that everything is fine. They can raise the support tickets. They can talk to my live chat. Everything is accessible to them, just like my own buyers. So I'm going to treat them at par. All right, awesome. So then we have a question from I'm sorry, from Oliver, are features like this accessible or is this specific to GPT-4? Uh, GPT-4 is in there, Oliver. We have GPT-4. We have the pro version of GPT-4, the best model, right? So you don't need to skimp anything. You don't need to be worried about whether you're getting the best quality AI or not, because you are. So absolutely, that's not a problem. You have this. Live translation was not demoed, but live translation is a very basic, problem for AI to solve. Live translation is right here. You can translate any text. Absolutely no problems there. Let me try to scroll down and let's see if there are no fresh questions. I'm gonna take some of the older ones. Can we have a few days to save up? There is a 7-day launch, Peter. You can take a benefit of the 7-day launch. Just buy it within this period. Today, you're gonna get the best price. The price might be a little bit higher later on. Well, that's how
Yeah,
it
the
is.
price is going to
The
go up.
first people to,
It's
yeah,
not
the
going to be
first
much,
people
but
who
it's
move
going
in.
to go up.
Yeah, I really have to say the first people who move in always have the best advantage. That's what we need to do for the first movers, the early adopters. I'm big fans of the customers who take the early action, and I make sure to give them the best deal. Let me
All
try to
right.
see some more
All right.
questions.
While you're looking that over, I have something I want to tell folks. I promised them this. Hold on just a second. I'll let you answer another question. I'll be right
No
back.
worries, Don. Yeah, I know you need to take that call, so no problems. I'm just scrolling through the contest. A lot of people got it right. We have a lot of buyers too telling me that we got AI Collective. All right, so we have a question from Dwight. Is the AI reseller a different membership from AI Collective? Absolutely not, Dwight. It's all a part of the main membership. We have one, and everything is inside. Sherry Walsh very, very kindly says, Cyril, you have created a wonderful product for us. Thank you, Sherry. I'm really happy that it meets your expectations, and I will keep improving it. So look forward to newer features and newer AIs in there. Laura is saying, wish you had a cloud source other than my existing to upload text band images. Well, I don't understand this question, Laura. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what you are talking about, but do feel free to clarify, give me more context, and I'll try to answer it. And somebody, Russ, you're of course one of my best buyers. Russ, you already have the product from the rewards program. And yes, you can grab the unlimited using the rewards program. If you have my reward points, welcome to use them to get any of my products. And if you need help, reach out to my support.
That's great. All right.
Jimmy
So
is
here's,
asking me.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll take this one, Todd, and then I will hand the mic to you.
Sure.
Jim says, when you say that all models talk to each other, does that mean that I don't have to type everything all over again? Here's the thing, Jim, you don't need them to needlessly talk to each other. Like, what would you get out of it? When we use AI, we want to create content or we want answers. So here is what I have done. Here is how I have implemented. You can click a button to get some objective done, like rewrite it, expand it, summarize it, or you can copy it and paste it, addressing another AI, like add Claude, rewrite this text, or give me more details about this particular content, or make a funnier version of this text. So you can do that pretty easily. But if AI models talk to each other, we don't get any advantage out of it. They're just talking, right? So I don't really have implemented it. But if you see a use case, tell me about it. It's not hard to implement. If enough people tell me how they would use it, I might do it. Over to you, Todd.
All right. So I promised that I'd show you the prompt that produced that story. So I'll replay that short video so you can see how it played out. But basically, this was the prompt that was put into AI Collective. I don't know specifically which one was chosen in AI Collective to write this, but it was done in AI Collective. And then the story that popped out, of course, was that one with the two superheroes. But I didn't play the whole thing before. So let me play Echo of Silence, the whole thing. It's 3 minutes long, and then this will give Cyril a chance to look over some more questions. Thanks, everyone, for your patience today.
Echo, silence. Once upon a time in the bustling city of New York, where skyscrapers pierced the clouds and people bustled like ants, a young man named Elliot lived. Elliot was not your typical New Yorker. He was a quiet, introverted librarian by day, but by night he transformed into Audio Man, the city's unsung superhero. Elliot was born with a unique ability. He could manipulate sound. He could amplify it, mute it, distort it, and even shape it into tangible forms. His powers were discovered at a young age when, in a fit of anger, he unintentionally caused a sonic boom that shattered every window in his neighborhood. As Audio Man, Elliot spent his nights patrolling the city. He'd silence the noise of traffic for city dwellers craving peace, amplify the voices of those being ignored or oppressed, and use his sonic waves to disable criminals. He was a silent guardian, an echo in the darkness. One day, a new villain emerged, a man called Decibel. Decibel could absorb sound and convert it into energy, making him incredibly powerful in a city that never slept. With each siren, each shout, each blaring horn, Decibel grew stronger. He began terrorizing the city, absorbing all its noise, leaving the city in an eerie, unsettling silence. Audio Man knew he had to stop Decibel. He faced the villain on the Brooklyn Bridge, a battle of sound and silence. But every sonic wave Audio Man created, Decibel absorbed, growing more powerful. Audio Man quickly realized he could not defeat Decibel with sound, but perhaps he could with silence. In a risky move, Audio Man used his powers to mute the entire city. The always vibrant New York was plunged into an absolute silence, a silence so deep it was almost deafening. Without any sound to absorb, Decibel began to weaken. Audio Man, gathering all his strength, let out a powerful sonic blast, defeating the villain and saving the city. After that night, Elliot returned to his quiet life as a librarian, his secret safe. The city remained blissfully unaware of the silent battle that had saved them. But Elliot was okay with that. He didn't need recognition or applause. All he needed was the echo of the city he loved, the city he'd always protect. And so, Audio Man, the echo of silence, continued his vigil, a quiet guardian in a loud city. His story remained untold, a silent whisper in the bustling New York nights, a tale of a hero who spoke volumes without uttering a single word.
Very, very nice. And again, this was the prompt that created that story right here that you see right there. And the rest of the graphics and the text-to-speech was created in synthesis. However, you have the ability with this product to create graphics. So you can, of course, do that here as well. So let me just go over what that deal is with that link again. It's right here. It's toddsuggests.com/getAIC. And I think they're smoothing over some problems. We seem to have broken JVZoo when we first gave you the link earlier. Everybody shot in there at one time, and it brought JVZoo's site down. So if you're having difficulty, again, you have the support. You know my email address as well, yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com. And Cyril gave out his support. Let me just see if we've written it in chat. We have not put Cyril's support down there. So Luann or Cyril's team, if you could
Just want to confirm, Todd, a lot of people have got access, like literally hundreds, and they're using AI Collective. I got a confirmation from a bunch of people right here that they're using it. Some of them got unlimited, and they're really happy to see that the credit count is not going down even while they are using the best AIs. So congratulations, everybody who's already in. So yeah, it's working fine. JVZoo did go down, but I think the people who had needed access, they got it. So we are good.
Okay, so you guys got in and then you crashed it. That sounds good. So I just want to let you know that there have been some problems with JVZoo in case you have had trouble getting in. We also put the support desk link in there just now. Thank you, Luann. It is support@technicforce.com, but note the spelling. Technic Force used to throw me. It's teknikforce.com/support. And it's right there in the chat itself. All right. Any other questions? I'm going to hand it over to Cyril, and then I'm going to hand it over to Luann as we wrap down. I'm sure you guys still have questions, though, and I want to make sure that we address them. Okay.
Yeah, I saw a couple. I'll just get those answered, and I'm sure then
Yeah, I see Mitch
Luann
was
does a great job of
unable to
spotting
get
that.
it, and now Mitch got in.
Yeah,
Having trouble getting the unlimited, so we gave him the unlimited link direct. If anyone else has that
awesome.
problem, we could give you the unlimited link direct.
All right, Chase is asking me, can I cancel my ChatGPT Plus? You got the main offer plus unlimited. Chase, absolutely, you can. Just want to point out, I hope you're not using any API keys in some other third-party app, because I can support that. I can give you the API key for OpenAI, but rest, of course, you can cancel it. No need to pay $20 a month. AI Collective covers you. And the guys who have got the pro version, like initially there was a confusion. Some of you got taken to some other versions that you did not need. Here's the good news. Don't worry about it. You don't need to do a thing. Tomorrow, my support team will get down to it and they will get you the money back. So don't worry about it. And you're going to be covered. We'll take care of it. We'll handle it. Yeah, just create a support ticket with my team if you want to, or you can talk to them on live chat on my websites and they will take care of it. All right. So I got a question from Bob from Geoff actually. Do you have unlimited direct link? Geoff, have you bought the bundle? Because the unlimited link is only available to bundle buyers. But if you've got it, then I'm going to drop it to in chat. Just let me know that you have the bundle and I will drop it to you. Bob says that he's getting a message that the card number is incomplete. Well, it could be because you're missing a digit, Bob. Take care. Check it out one more time. And Anthony says, I see 50,000 credits in there. When do the 2 years kick in? Anthony, if you got the unlimited, they've already kicked in. Here is the good news. Try putting in a question. Your credits will not go down. So at the end of the 2 years, you still want those 50,000 credits, right? So that's what we do for you. Right now, you have 50,000 credits that don't go down for 2 years. You will not get a deduction. At the end of 2 years, they will start counting. So yeah, there your 50,000 credits are there and they're grandfathered in. Awesome. So we have a question from Leslie. What happens to the reseller license after 2 years? Well, Leslie, your reseller license is going to be there after the 2 years too. Awesome. So Larry says, I just purchased it. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. And John says, I have got 10,000 credits. Well, John, just talk to my support team. Tell them your purchase email. They will help you. We will sort it out for you. By the way, make sure you've got the bundle deal. If you haven't got it, make sure you get it and you will be covered. Oliver is asking me, is there an app for iPhone or mobiles? Well, actually, no. I don't have an app for mobile phones for this one. Maybe sometime in the future, but I can promise you it's meant to be working on the desktop. Ron says, I'm trying to sign in. Well, Ron, create a support ticket or mail me at support@technicpost.com. If you have any problems, we will be helping you. All right, so I think that's the end of it. I don't see any new questions.
Okay, I know Luann was getting some questions that she needed some help with. So, Luann, I'm going to bring you on board. And do you have something you wanted to ask Cyril to help with?
Hey, everyone. Uh, well, just a couple comments. Some of the people are still having problems with like incomplete numbers on their cards. If you did not fill in your zip code, that can be a deterrent for your card completing. So you want to double check that, make sure your zip code is in. And some of those who were having difficulties with PayPal, it's because you did not put in your contact email. So you need both filled in, your contact email and your purchase email, and then the PayPal should go through without any problems. I had flagged some things earlier, Cyril, but I think they got answered. And I know Swati was answering some. There's still a lot of questions here.
I'm trying to answer some in chat as we are going,
Yep.
as you're, we got a question from Ron about one membership. Yeah, it's a part of the deals that I give. And Michael Lee has a very good question. It's a very nice question. If I buy a second reseller, do I get 70 licenses more? Actually, you do, Michael. And if you can sell them, buy them. This is the only opportunity. After the launch, they're going away forever. There is no reseller deal on any of my products apart from AI Collective right now. And the only way you can get a reseller deal on AI Collective is to buy during the launch, which is now. If you have a market for 140, if you got a list, if you can post, you can monetize it, you can make that money back. No hassles at all. By the way, all the reseller licenses are permanently active. I'm not going to take them out of commission. This software is not getting out of maintenance. You can make this money this month, next year. Absolutely, you're covered. Make it. And I know a lot of people who get my reseller licenses make money month after month, and I'm happy to support them and their clients because that's the reward you deserve as an early adopter, as a supporter, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, go ahead and buy 2 licenses if you want 140 licenses to sell.
What was your suggested
David says,
retail price again, Cyril?
yeah, I would say don't sell it less than I'm going to sell it for $164 per year. The pro version of the software, Elite Plus Pro upgrade is 164. You should make at least $100. Don't sell it below $100. It's just selling
All
it
right,
too
so
inexpensive.
164 times 70.
Yeah, that's what I want you to sell at, honestly. And easily, you can easily sell this at that price because here is the good news. You can sell it at a recurring or even at a one time. I
I
permit
mean,
you to sell at one time, even if while I sell at recurring. So I'm actually giving you the edge here.
so off the top of my head, that's $11,000 in the 70.
Yeah, easily. People can make that money. On
Right.
an average, I have found that people make $8,000 when they sell my licenses. Some of them sell
8,000.
cheap, some of the licenses go more expensive. On an average, I did a little bit of study some months ago. People are making about $8,800 from this entire package that I set up for them.
Okay, so if he bought two, then he could potentially make 23 or 24. That's very cool.
Absolutely. Leslie's got another interesting question. What happens if you sell all 70 reseller licenses within 1 year or 2 years? Well, Leslie, you make a pile of money and everyone's happy, right? So your customers are happy and you're happy because you got all that money. You get paid in 1 year or 2 years. By the way, your customers get access permanently. I'm not taking them out of commission. So, yeah, nobody gets a bad deal, right? Everybody gets a good deal. That's what I'm about. People get taken care of. So, your customers are going to be okay. They're going to be able to use it even after 2 years. Of course, when they run out of credits, they can buy the credits in future. So there is something in it for me too. That's why everyone's happy. All right. Abdul has made an observation. Cyril does not offer reseller on his products. Absolutely, Abdul. I don't. I do it only during the launch. It's a special deal, and then it goes away for so many more years. Like if I do a new version launch, maybe 3 years down the line, you might have another opportunity, but maybe not. And the reseller just goes away. So yeah, you get it if you see it. Delphin says, thanks, Cyril. You're the best. Thank you so much, Delphin. Really appreciate it. Guys, keep the questions coming. If you have any kind of queries and you want to know the answer, let me know. If you want to ask about AIs, go ahead. If you want to ask about features, capabilities, if you want to ask about what you can achieve, anything that you are using it for, and you want to ask about that particular use case, absolutely welcome. I'm here and I'll be happy to give you the answers that I can. Trevor says, can I sell it for a monthly fee, annual, and a one-time fee? Absolutely, Trevor. It's up to you. You have a licensing system inside where you can control the licenses. If somebody doesn't pay, you can cancel it, and when they pay again, you can activate it again. So you have that control. You can pay. You can ask for a monthly fee. Absolutely, that's possible. Uh, Can any of the programs write reviews? That's a question from Sherry. Absolutely, Sherry, they can write reviews, and you can just paste the content of the e-com website that you want to write a review for and put in a prompt, write a review for the following product. That's it. It will write a great review for you, and you can try multiple AIs. Try Claude for it, try Wizard LM. You will be surprised about the quality of the review. It does a great job. SI says, um, PayPal problem will take 3 to 4 hours. Well, I can't promise if this particular offer will be active, but tomorrow it's going live and not at a very bad term. So if you don't get it now, don't worry. Come back tomorrow. You will be able to buy. Abdul says, "Can I build small software?" Absolutely, Abdul. You can build small software with it. You can use the AIs to create apps, and of course, I want to tell you something, guys. If you come in as an absolute newbie, you don't know nothing about structuring even a coding app, you can't write applications using any AI, right? You need to know understand some of the basics at least. I don't like to misrepresent or missell anything. So yeah, if you know a little bit about programming, you can put things together. But if you don't know anything at all, you can't. So even to make a form, let's say it creates the form, you need to implement it. You should know how to implement it at least. So that's there. Uh, Oliver says, which AI could help create video shorts? Oliver, this can help you write great scripts. So you can write scripts using Google. Google's pretty good, because it hallucinates a lot, right? Hallucination is imagination, right? So it hallucinates a lot. You can ask Google's Gemma or Google's Google Gemini Pro to write some script for you. They're going to be fun scripts, and you can create videos based on this. Todd, in fact, did a great demo of it using Synthesis, which is a product from Todd. You can use that to create slides and animations, and you can put it together, have a video ready with a little bit of help from AI Collective and a little bit of help from other tools. But yeah, this tool does not produce the video by itself. Just want to clarify that. Michael, wow, that's action, Michael. You purchased the second bundle so that you can get additional 70 reseller licenses. Congratulations. I'm sure you're going to make a nice payout from AI Collective. Wow. All right. So Geoffrey is asking me, I got the unlimited Pro Max level. You already got it, Geoffrey. It's all in there. You got the latest version already. Enjoy the app. And SI says, could I purchase it directly with MX? I'm not so sure. I think MX works with the credit card system. We're using Stripe in there. Stripe supports MX, so it should perfectly work. SI, go ahead and try it with MX. It should work. All right. So we have Tony. By the way, Tony purchased the second bundle too. Wow, we have a trend over here, guys. No, that's actually Michael. Michael Lee purchased the second bundle too. So yeah, we have a trend here. Congratulations and thank you again. Really appreciate it. And Delphine says, and it's an endorsement from Delphine. If you're on the fence about the reseller, you should really jump in. This is a real opportunity. Thank you, Delphine. By the way, you get the reseller when you get the bundle deal, and then on your own account, you can make it unlimited by buying the unlimited upgrade. So it's all in here. And then Larry has a question for me. Which AI has the longest PDF page review? Well, Larry, I got to tell you this. You can easily find this information when you see it. It's like the AIs that have longer capacity will have names like Pro or something like that. And AIs which have smaller capacity will have something that relates to speed or size like Flash or Quick or Fast. So they can't accept a lot of content, but they can process information very fast. AIs that can understand a lot of context can process a little slower, but they will get there. So that's a clue. You can find it. By the way, this information is inside of AI Collective. You can easily find this. Leslie says, can you buy more licenses from you later? Unfortunately, Leslie, the answer is no. I'm not going to sell you reseller licenses after the launch. This is the only time. And one time is also, this is the only time. I won't sell one time after the launch. John Chandra, how do I start? I see the products I bought, but I'm not seeing the AI. Well, John, just go to aicollective.in, log in. If you don't know the password, click on forget password, retrieve it, and you're in. Abdul Shakur, which on your opinion AI is best for content, for free content creation, free of plagiarism? Well, AI always will create content that's not plagiarized. So you're covered. You can use Cloud 3. It's pretty good. You can use Llama, it's damn good too. And also you can try Wizard LM, it's very good. You can also use Mistral, it's great. So all of these AIs are great for content creation. I use them a lot myself. Uh, Pia Civiletti, you've got a question. When your account comes up with 50,000 right corner, when you bought unlimited, Pia, the test is do a prompt. If it's not deducting your unlimited, your 50,000 credits, you don't need to worry about it. You have got the unlimited. So we do show you the credits that you have, because these are the credits that will kick in after the unlimited period gets over, right? So yeah, you have unlimited. Don't worry about it. Uh, Dennis, do you have a demo of the reseller site that we can take a look at? Dennis, very simple. It just gives you a place where you can add an email and you can control the status of the email. We don't have a demo for it right now, but if you look on my YouTube channel, look for Technic Force YouTube channel, you can find, and you just look for reseller demo, you will find a demo of one of my other products, which is the reseller version. The same interface is here too. It's not complicated. It's quite well established because that's the system I use over all of my products. So you will be taken care of. It's not going to be a problem. Mark, if I purchased twice to get two lots of 70 resellers, do I need to upgrade as well, or just the main deal the second time? Mark, why do you want to get two unlimited versions? You want the reseller version, buy the bundle deal twice. That's all it takes. You don't need to buy the unlimited twice, right? Don't upgrade it. Just buy the reseller version, just buy the bundle version twice. All right, all right. So I've seen site that says to revise AI generated content material before using it. Here is the good thing: you can revise it inside of AI Collective. So that's what, one of the things that it does is you can generate content from one AI and then send it to another AI to reword it, right? So then all the signals that the first AI put in, they are typically gone, and the content is more unique, more original. So I do that often. In fact, I do that in my own social media posts, sometimes in my emails. Sometimes I get lazy. I write an email and then just tell the AI, hey, can you write a different version of it? Don't tell anybody. If you're on my email list, some of them could be AI generated. I won't tell you which ones, but yeah, you can use it this way. All right. So Russell says, I'm trying to log in and I get this page isn't working. Russell, create a support ticket and let us know your email address. We will get there. My team is going to be on tomorrow morning. It's late night for them. I mean, the tech team, the support team is still active. It's 24-hour support. By the way, I'm the only provider who gives you 24 hours chat support on my products. You can go to my website, you can talk to my people. They will take care, they will create the ticket, and they will follow up with you to make sure that your problems are solved. That's the kind of commitment I have for you. Okay, Rolf says, is privacy within AIC better than in using the models with personal linked own accounts? I got to tell you, Rolf, absolutely not. Because at the end of the day, we are using the same services. So if Microsoft has a data breach, well, it's Microsoft. We send the questions to them, they process it and send the information to you. So we really can't give you the commitment that the privacy is there. But here is the thing: obfuscation is there. When you create your own account, Microsoft knows this is Rolf's account. This is the data coming from Rolf's account, right? But when you go through me, it's Cyril's account, and there are about 5,000 people going through that account across so many different products. So there is anonymity, there is obfuscation, there is more security for you as a user, but the information does get logged in with all the AI providers. It's not hidden. So yeah, I got to tell you that. All right, let me see if you got more new questions. Are there training videos inside? Yes, Dennis, there are training videos inside, and like I told you, we've upgraded it a lot in the last couple of weeks. So fresh training videos are coming in too. Just look out for them. You'll find them inside. As usual, all of my products have a lot of training, and this is not going to be any exception. You will get the training. Sherry, how many licenses do you get in the bundle? It's 70, Sherry. So if you want to get 17 to 2, you got to buy twice. If you want and you're happy with 70, your bundle deal gives you 70 licenses. Abdul says, can it automate on social media? No, Abdul, it does not auto post at all. I'm not going to touch social media, Abdul. I used to be one of the best providers for social media software. Then Cambridge Analytics happened. All of a sudden, all the social media companies just wanted to lock me down, not give me any data, not allow me to post anything. And I was forced to shut down so many of my amazing profit-making, well-loved software. After that, I resolved, all right, this is it. Never gonna touch social media again. So I will never make a social media posting app. So sorry there. This product does not post to social media, neither do they interact with social media, but you can do a little bit of manual work, copy and paste. That's it. It takes what, 20 seconds? No, not even that. 5 seconds, right? So it's 5 second job. All right. So, oh, Gel Sherman, you got a K? I hope the K is silent. I hope I didn't mispronounce. I can get into AI Collective via JVZoo, but I cannot do so via the AI Collective login page. Go to aicollective.in, retrieve your password. If it doesn't work, create a support ticket. We'll take care of it. There was an outage earlier. Maybe your account wasn't created, but we'll find out and we will fix it. Don't worry. Okay, do I need to buy the bundle version again if I want another reseller? Absolutely, Bolaji. That's the concept, Mr. Bolaji to us say. Now again, that's I hope you didn't get your I didn't get your name wrong. Where are you from, Bolaji? Let me know, and I will try to build more context when I see you next time. So yeah, you gotta buy the bundle version twice if you want the reseller into two, right? You want 140 licenses. Shell, thank you so much, Shell Sherman. I understand how to pronounce your name correctly now. And thank you so much for educating me. Sel Sharman, thank you again. And Bolaji is from Guyana. Yeah, Guyana. I know there is a lot of ethnic Indian population. And this word, this name, somehow it sounds to me like it's got the East Indian origins. It's from Sanskrit or Devanagari or Hindi. So I see that. All right. So that's why probably it's familiar to me. Awesome. Awesome, guys. I think we're running out of questions, so not getting any more technical questions right now. Uh, all right, let's see. This is not the problem. Need to go through process beyond my capabilities, computer and keyboard skills. Still recovering from many strokes. Sorry to hear that, SI. I hope you recover your health. Take care. Make sure you take your medicine on time. Do the physiotherapy exercises, and I hope you recover fast. All right. So Brent says, "Hey Cyril, if I get a collective from a bonus request to replace Tarantula, absolutely, Brent. My support team will take care of that. I'm gonna be looking after for you. If you have something from me and you know my terms and conditions, as long as it matches the terms and conditions in every deal, I will take care of you. So don't worry about it." Uh, Michael has asked two unanswered questions. Michael, post them again. I might have missed them. Things are scrolling. I'm trying to stay on top of things as much as possible, but post them again. I will try to answer them second time round. Anthony, are there prompts for programming in the library? There are very few because honestly, every programming problem is unique. Anthony, I can tell you from personal experience. So we have more prompts for content and marketing and business than for programming. All right, so let's see what we have any more questions. Michael Jerity. Okay, so access the product is lifetime, but the unlimited credits are only for 2 years. When the 2 years are up, we then have the 50,000 credits to use, and then we can buy the credits for $1, 1,000 credits from then on. That's the rate now, Michael. That's absolutely the deal now. And if for some reason the credits become cheaper in the future, I will make them cheaper. If for some reason they become more expensive, I will pass on the cost for you. But for the 2 years, if you buy the unlimited version, if there is any cost, I will bear it. So don't worry about it. You're covered for 2 years. 2 years is a long time. Who knows? After 2 years, we have AGI, and it's just a different world, right? You never know with AI. So I just went as far as in the future as I could predict, and I used that period, and it was 2 years. All right.
Wow.
John says, great presentation, guys. Thanks for your time.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I
it, John.
want to
Thanks
just
again
say,
to you.
I want to just come in here and not only thank everyone, but give you another chance to win a $50 reimbursement because I'm a man of my word. And I said I might have one last one, and I'm going to ask a tough question. So folks, get ready. This is a tough one because it's only going to reward the folks that got here early today and we're in for the initial hello. All right. Tell me when you're ready. Come back to the computer. I'm going to ask one more. So now most people actually, I'm being honest, most people purchased this product today who are on the webinar, all right, because it's just such a no-brainer. So this $50 reimbursement, obviously, is going to apply to almost everybody here. And when you get the right answer, I mean, if no one comes up with the right answer, then I'll ask another question. I'll try to think of one. But when you get it, make sure that you send your receipt for purchasing the product, either the base product or the base and the unlimited. Make sure you send that to yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com along with your PayPal email address. All right. So here's the question. Very, very early in the webinar, one of you said hello. And I noted that you were from Sweden. When I saw that you were from Sweden, I said, all right, tomorrow night, look out for blank. What is the blank that I told them to look out for tomorrow night in Sweden? It was just off the cuff. All right, I'm going to take a random answer. And Scott Hall is the winner. Scott, $50. Excellent. Aurora is the correct answer. Aurora Borealis. Scott, I need you to write to yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com. yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com. And send your PayPal email. And of course, send your receipt. Thank you very much for playing along. We did get several answers that were correct. Abdul got it correct. And Michael got it correct. Tracy got it correct. Brent got it correct. Leslie got it correct. Richard, I am so glad you said full buck moon. I will write me at that email just to say hello, because that was so cool that you wrote that. Northern Lights would have been correct as well. Sherry, yes. A lot of you got it correct. Congratulations to all of you for getting it correct. And Scott, you definitely want to cash in on that. All right, very good. Luann, I'm gonna say goodnight to Cyril. Cyril, we want to get you to bed. It's like what, 2 in the morning there. Luann, we want to get you back on here for any last questions that folks have. I do want to thank everybody who was on here. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get to say hello to all of you at the very beginning of the webinar. I saw that I did miss people from across the globe, from like Barbados and from Georgia and from Orlando. So I do apologize. Luann, come on in, and thanks again, everybody, for your support.
Hey, everyone. I have lost track of who just asked for the prompt for the video that we showed. And I have it ready, and I'm going to post it in the chat. It's not very long. Now, the interesting thing
It's also on the screen.
It's also on the screen. Great. Okay. Very good. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Well, they can copy it off the chat. So the thing is that the person who did this, one of our beta testers did this, and he's beta tester for several of our products. So this is why it's kind of cool that he was able to do this using a couple of our products. But on AI collective, I'll get it right yet. Sorry, it's late, it's long. I've been up since 4 a.m. On AI Collective, he put the prompt in and used 2 different models. And I was just trying to find his comment about which models he used, and I'm not sure, I haven't found it yet. But with using 2 different models, he actually got 2 different stories. So it will be interesting for you to put this prompt in and pick a model and see what kind of a story you get, because it's not going to be the same story that he got. So keep that in mind. That's the cool thing about prompts. You're not going to get the same thing twice. You're welcome, Abdul. Yes, thank you all for attending, and you will be getting free gifts for attending, and they will be sent with the replay that we will be sending out starting tomorrow. And you are all welcome to come back when we have another live webinar tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, if you so desire and want to have some more fun. You're welcome. You will get reminders from GoTo. You are actually already registered for tomorrow's webinar and Wednesdays and Thursdays. So you will be getting reminders from GoTo about that if you want to come back and join us again. John, the prompt made the story, and then Dave took it and created the images to go along with the storyline, and then created the video and added the audio. So the images, he could have made them inside of AI Collective, but he actually didn't. He used synthesis to create the images. He also used a synthesis voice, Norman, who it was the narrator, and then he put it together with his video editor. So there's definitely just use your imagination, use the tools that you have, and you can use all these incredible AI models to come up with a lot of different things and make some money with it. Have some fun with it.